Hey everyone, Dave Evans here. Just a quick video on how I solved a particular issue. I was trying to create more or less like a blinder effect where on my APC Mini here that I'm using as a console, I wanted to have a momentary switch where the lights would be um, dimmer all the way up, and then when I release that, have them fade out. I'm using the Chauvet Intimidator scans, and they don't have dimmer curve setting, so it's, you know, before it was either kind of full on or full off with, no fade. And since I'm using a switch to do this, switches don't have fades, so I had to get a little bit creative on how to implement that. And you can see it here, how they kind of fade out. So to do that, what I did was I created two switches. One here that is the dimmer full on, and then one that is the ramp off. And we'll go into these. So the dimmer on is basically I just have the dimmer at 100%. And that's, as you can see here, I have that repeating. So as long as I'm holding the button down, the dimmer will be at 100%. Then to create that fade out, I create another switch here called dimmer ramp off. And what I did here is with Easy Time, I just applied a curve with my reverse ramp on that dimmer channel. And I came in here and I turned the looping off. So it's going to just run once. And I put the duration at just 20 milliseconds here. So it just gives me a nice smooth fade off the dimmer. And then the last thing I did is you can see here, it's in highest takes priority mode. And the reason that I did that will become a little more clear lately. But since this is going to ramp off the lights, right now, without any other dimmer on, it would fade all the way to out. But if I wanted to have it where the lights had, right here, they're dimly lit, and I didn't want that to fade all the way off when I release the button. So they'll come all the way up to the full brightness and then fade back down to whatever their previous state was. And that's because when it's in highest takes priority mode, whatever the highest value is of that dimmer channel is, going to be kind of what wins. So it just worked out well for me here. So now the part where I said I had to get a little bit creative was to actually create this effect where I get one switch activated while the button is down, another switch while the button is up. I came into my console editor, and for that button I have that when the button is on, we're going to have dimmer full on. When that button is off, of course, that switch will be deactivated. That's, nothing too different there. But to get that ramp, that reverse ramp off to fade out, I created on that same button. Now when that button is in the off state, that's when I'm going to set this dimmer ramp off switch. So it's basically while the button's down, the dimmer is at full. When I release that button, because I do have this particular button set in flash mode, it will then initiate my dimmer, the ramp down. And because it's in highest takes priority, it's always just going to ramp down to whatever the dimmer may be set with, on another switch. So, and then just to make that button flash mode, came into console setup and put toggle flash to true. So here again you can see, and let me just turn this dimmer off so you can, and I'll just extend this ramp off duration a little bit longer just to make it more evident here. As soon as I release, they fade out. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments. Thanks.